At 3:37 in the morning, an incendiary device arced through the dark in San Francisco, hurtling toward a residential gate. That target was the private residence of OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. It was the first physical, lethal strike against a major executive in the artificial intelligence industry. Silicon Valley has spent the last few years locked in an intense public debate over the existential risks of advanced AI. It is a debate Altman himself has actively fueled, repeatedly warning Congress and the public about the potential dangers of the technology. Out on the fringes of the internet, a reader took those warnings literally. He concluded that if an impending human extinction was real, the people building the technology needed to be eliminated by force. The FBI and state prosecutors are now treating these doomer ideologies as a primary driver for calculated physical domestic terrorism. The suspect didn't come from inside the tech bubble. Daniel Moreno Gama is a 20-year-old former college student from Spring, Texas, who spent months quietly radicalizing online. Starting in the summer of 2024, his social media accounts became fixated on the people building large language models. In his writings, he described tech executives as almost nothing like you, asserting they were most likely sociopathic threats to human survival. When police eventually arrested him, they recovered a 3-part impending extinction manifesto. It functioned as a hit list, detailing the names and addresses of prominent AI developers and investors. The text laid out a violent thesis. Moreno Gama wrote, "If I am going to advocate for others to kill and commit crimes, then I must lead by example and show that I am fully sincere in my message." Digital echo chambers have a way of amplifying abstract anxieties. In this case, an online forum's fear of a future apocalypse crystallized into a concrete mandate for assassination. That mandate played out on Friday, April 10th. At 3:37 in the morning, Moreno Gama arrived at the Russian Hill neighborhood to begin an 85-minute window of violence. He walked up to the exterior metal gate of Altman's home and hurled a homemade Molotov cocktail-style device, built with a glass bottle and a chemical accelerant. The device struck the top of the driveway gate and ignited. Surveillance cameras captured the suspect fleeing on foot as the fire quickly burned itself out. The flames didn't reach the house and nobody inside was hurt, yet the intent was unmistakably lethal. Failing to cause damage at the residence didn't stop the attack. It simply forced the suspect to move on to his next target, turning an assassination attempt into a broader siege. Less than an hour later, at 5 a.m., Moreno Gama arrived at OpenAI's global headquarters, traveling roughly 3 miles across the city. He showed up at the corporate office with a heavier arsenal, carrying a jug of kerosene, a lighter, and multiple unexploded incendiary devices. He grabbed a chair and repeatedly struck the building's glass doors, screaming that he was going to burn it down and kill anyone inside. On-site security officers immediately confronted him, holding him off until the San Francisco Police Department arrived to make the arrest. That rapid police intervention stopped a heavily armed attacker from a Thenchterim Corcoran office, ending the terror spree before anyone could be killed. The legal response was swift. The San Francisco District Attorney hit the suspect with 11 state felony charges, including attempted murder and arson. If convicted, he faces a potential 19 years to life in prison. Federal prosecutors stepped in as well. Because the attack utilized explosive devices to coerce civilians and officials, the U.S. Attorney's Office confirmed they are treating this as an act of domestic terrorism. Reflecting on the near miss, Altman published a post noting, "I underestimated the power of words and narratives," while pleading for a de-escalation in industry rhetoric. For years, tech leaders theorized about the doomsday scenarios their software might eventually unleash. The fire at Altman's gate shows that those theories are now manifesting as physical threats to the people building them. The conversation inside tech industry boardrooms has shifted from software alignment to physical survival. This chart shows the immediate financial reaction across the sector. Specialized executive protection spending has seen an immediate spike of more than $500,000. The attack on Sam Altman suggests that long before rogue code becomes a physical reality, the radicalization surrounding its creation already has.